Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Friday night. The week is over, the working week at least is over. So I hope you're enjoying yourselves tonight and over the weekend. Plenty of football on this weekend. I know Leicester Leeds is on tonight, so I think it's first the third in the Championship. No surprises there, but yeah, plenty of football going on this weekend. Obviously, I know we're playing Monday, so just a heads up for the preview. I'll do that probably Sunday. I'm just sort of waiting on some injuries and things like that. I know a lot have been released, but I'm waiting until everything gets released and then just talking all about it in one go. Instead of talking about a little bit about it now, a little bit about it later, a little bit about it after that as well. So that'll be on Sunday. But this is a video around a certain Belgian team. And he's been mentioned on the channel by yourselves in the comments a few times. And I was waiting till a good source and a good credible tiered source to come out and say something. And we have someone indeed, Ekrem Kanur, who put it out around, I think it was around midday today. So it was just before I did my my video earlier, which by the way, if you haven't had a look, go back, have a little watch. Plenty of interesting things to talk about. But on this, you know, he put out that Barcelona, Manchester City, Tottenham and Arsenal are the race to sign Royal Antwerp's 18-year-old Belgian midfielder, Arthur Vermeeren. To be fair, he did quote tweet because he responded back to his own tweet that he had, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, that he did actually mention Spurs had been in contact for the midfielder. So I had missed it, but I haven't missed this one, all right? It doesn't really matter if I caught it in October or I caught it now. It's not going to happen right this second. It's more important that I've just noted it at least. So let's talk a little bit about his profile as a person. So born February 7th, 2005. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just ridiculous how good footballers are. So he'll be 19 towards the end of this season. Central midfield, sort of defensive central midfielder. His contract does expire in the summer of 2026. So plenty of years left on his current deal. Quite a funny thing I did notice that on Transfer Market, it tells you it tells you their agency, who they're with. His is Team Vermeeren. Fair enough. It's just, yeah, not very creative, is it? This season, he's played for an 18-year-old. He's played a lot of football this season. He's played 19 times in all competitions. We're talking the Jupiler Pro League, which is obviously the Belgian league, the Croquis Cup, interesting, the Champions League qualifiers, and the Belgian Super Cup. And all I'm going to say is he near enough plays 90 minutes every single game, okay? So in all competitions, from a defensive midfield, central midfield area, in 19 games, he's got 5 goal contributions. So 5 assists, 1 goal. That's very good from a central midfielder area. It is very good. The other thing, by the way, just to let you know, that Transfer Market valued him at 25 million euros. So I've seen reports of like 15 million euros getting him. I don't think that. I think it's going to cost more to get him because he's the next up-and-coming, exciting talent from Belgium, which they know how to produce him. They really do know how to produce him. So on Vermeeren, from what I sort of watched, so, you know, from what you want as a holding midfielder is a guy that can break up play, can link up play when he needs to be in terms of in that pivot role from getting off the defence into your creative players, off into the strikers and what have you. He can link up play. I had noticed actually, he's not rapid, but he's no slouch, right? He reads the ball very, very well. He reads the game very, very well. Plenty of interceptions, plenty of little deft touches. You know, I would say if we were to compare him to the holding mids we have in like your Basumas, your Skips and Højbjergs, I'd say he's more like a Højbjerg, but with the ability to be a bit more like a Basuma when on the ball. You know, sometimes with Højbjerg, you don't see him progress the ball quick enough or enough as it is, really. He has the ability to, and that's why I've always been like, oh, I wish you would just do it more, because I know you can do it. This boy does seem to actually have the ability to kind of progress the ball forwards. He's not one to waste time on the ball. He's not one to dilly-dally. He's one to get the ball, get it gone, get it moving, which is quite exciting as well. Sometimes even Basuma can be guilty, really, of spending too much time on the ball. You know, very good at dribbling past players and getting himself out of danger, but sometimes you're like, oh, mate, you're killing me here. It's on the 18-yard box. I don't need you dilly-dallying with it. You know, get the ball, move it, you know. So a lot of things to be excited about with Vermeeren now. I mean, when you look at the teams he's linked with, you know, Barcelona. If I'm reading correctly, there's some FFP court case that was ruled against them again, so they could be in trouble. Financial fair play. Obviously, Man City have got 115 court cases. I know a lot of people saying they're sweeping that under the rug. They're not. The reason why Everton's was done quicker is because Everton had one. This has got 115. You need to take your time with this. That's why it happens. Yeah, 115. That is mental. 115. Bonkers. And, you know, Arsenal and Spurs don't really have those sort of issues. I know Arsenal are a little bit more pressed up against the FFP cap than we are, but regardless, if you're looking at, you know, if they were to sign them in January and loan them back for 6 months, it's not really going to make a difference. Really isn't. Same thing, you know, if they were loaning him, if they were going to buy him in the summer, it doesn't really make a difference to their FFP. So I don't see them having any issues on that. So, you know, you're looking at a situation where does he see himself getting the playing time? Because at the same time, you always want to go to the bigger club, but you need playing time. And when you look at things like Barcelona, he's not going to play. Their midfield's actually quite solid. You know, your Gavis, your Pedris, your De Jongs, your Juliet's not playing left back. Romeo, Gundogan, you know, they've got a lot of midfielders at that club. You know, Man City, you know, is he going to be Rodri's backup? Whoever Rodri's backup is never very good because Rodri is that good. So he's better off playing at an Arsenal Spurs because I think Arsenal will probably move on from Thomas Partey and he's probably going to then end up getting some minutes because of that. Because Jorginho's a little bit old, so he could be looking to slot in there perfectly, knowing that Arsenal are going to play in 4 competitions every year. It could suit him pretty nicely. Same thing with Spurs. He could look at it and go, well, Højbjerg might be on his way out. They play a 3-man midfield. I can play 6 and 8. I might get some minutes there. And that's the way, you know, we're going to look at it. But super exciting. It's definitely the player profile that I think Spurs are going to be looking at, you know, more so than your Ivan Tonys and what they're talking, the mad numbers they're talking about with Ivan Toney, you know, 80, 100 million. We're never going to be in that market. We're going to be in the market of somewhere between 15 and 50 million, I'd say. 50 million being, you know, one of your bigger name signings, your Madisons, you know, that kind of vibe. But I think that's where you're going to be seeing Spurs do their shopping, you know, and this guy really does kind of fit that profile of what Spurs are going to try and do. Definitely what I've seen him is very exciting. I mean, you know, when we talk about players in other leagues, you know, 17, 18, 19-year-olds who are playing week in, week out football, that development they get is so much better than what you would probably get in an under-23. You know, it's not to say that the under-23s are no good or the under-18s are no good. I'm just saying these guys, I mean, he's playing Champions League football. What 18-year-old in a youth setup is going to get that kind of development, that kind of, you know, progression in their career unless they move to a team that's going to give them that? So the fact that he's probably a little bit further ahead than your normal 18-year-old. Same with like when I talk about Lenny Yoro from Lille. You know, when they're playing such frequent amount of top tier football in terms of the first team, it's only a good thing, and it definitely shows when you've got these sort of teams that are all liking him. Definitely shows as a player there. Let's see if Johan Lang and the boys pull it off. I'm going to call him Johan Lang's boys, you know, the Rob McKenzies and of this world, you know. I did also see, by the way, that apparently, according into the football world, Rob McKenzie is a massive coup for Spurs. So, remains to be seen to your average Joe, but in terms of the football world, apparently it's really good. So that's exciting, for sure, exciting. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. That's me done as well for Friday night. I hope you did enjoy it. If you're doing whatever you're doing tonight, enjoy it, look after yourself. I may be back for a video tomorrow, potentially, I don't know. I am quite busy tomorrow, but for sure, I'm going to try and get you guys something for Sunday for the preview of the Chelsea game. Drop a like on this video anyway, if you did enjoy it. Hit me in the comment section below. Would you want Vermeeren? Do you see him being the right guy? Do you see him fitting into the Spurs style of what play? And do you see him being an Ange guy? I want to know your thoughts and feelings about the fella. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Do us a favour, go on. Just go on, yeah. And hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's in the video, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, guys.